Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. This video is part 3, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to create this pendant, this component here. In part 1 I showed you how to make this one. Part 2 I showed you how to make this one. If you didn't see part 1 and 2, the tutorials for these two, I will link them down there below in the description bar. And the materials I'm using to make these components are from Beadingschool.com by Erika Sandor. This is her Beading School Academy box. This theme is called Flowers in the Hair, and this is for the months of September and October 2022, and I'm using the fuchsia version. This box is probably not available at the time you're watching this, so what I always like to do is leave individual material links down there below in the description bar so you can go and buy what you need. And some of you already have these bead sizes and shapes on hand. You just need a few things, like maybe some of the stones or some of the 2-hole beads. So I will have everything linked down below in case you want to go and make these. And like I said in the previous videos, which you should have already watched, but if you didn't, that's why I repeat this, because people do this. I talked about how you can use these components here for earrings if you want, or you can just use these as pendants by themselves. You have different options on what you can do. You can have this be the centerpiece for a bracelet and do like macrame, or maybe even just like a beaded strand for the rest of the bracelet. You could do like right angle weave for the band if you wanted this to be the center. Also remember the Hugs and Kisses design that I made. I made that years ago. I'll put a picture up now. There was also another project that I did based on that, but I changed it around where I had a centerpiece. It was a Nautilus coin bead that I used for my center. I made that component in the middle, and then on the sides I did the Hugs and Kisses band. So I'll put a picture up of that bracelet. So the reason why I'm showing you that picture, because you could probably have this be the centerpiece and do the Hugs and Kisses band. So that would be the center. There's so many different options, and all of this is totally experimental. That's what I've been doing for over 25 years now, experimenting with beads and creating these designs. So anyway, let's get into making this pendant here. I have to take it apart and remake it, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like completed first before I show you how to make it. So here's a close-up of it. It's really cool. This stone, it kind of looks like it's a ruby or like burgundy. It's actually called vintage fuchsia, dark fuchsia, something like that. I'm really loving how this turned out on the top. I've never made a bezel like this before, and these dagger beads, I did not expect them to lay like this. I actually thought they would go in different directions, like point out all over the place, kind of like this one, and they are leaves. So yeah, I didn't expect them to lay like this, and they did, and it just looks so awesome. So let's go ahead and get the materials ready for this, and we'll start making this epic pendant. Here is the list of materials you will need to make the pendant. You will need to cut 6 feet of 8-pound fireline. You're also going to need a size 10 beading needle, a 27mm round faceted cabochon. The color is vintage fuchsia, by the way. And you're going to need 8 6mm czech druk beads, 16 superduo beads, 8 3x4mm czech mushroom beads. This is a button mushroom bead. And 16 2.5 by 6mm mini dagger beads, 8 4mm preciosa bicone beads, 8 3mm czech druk beads, 8 3mm czech fire polish beads, 11/0 miyuki delica beads. I'm using yellow, green, and pink. 11/0 miyuki seed beads, in dark bronze is what I'm using, and 15/0 miyuki seed beads. I'm using a turquoise and light bronze. So this one's lighter than this one. Alright, so this is the list of materials I'm using to make the centerpiece, and I will have the list down there below in the description bar, and I'm also going to have individual material links in case you need a few of these things or everything to make this pendant. Alright, let's get started. This pendant is repetitive just like the other ones, so I will be doing a lot of fast forwarding. Alright, we're going to start by picking up a superduo again, just like we did in part 2. Slide this bead down. You're going to need a 6-inch tail. Pass back through the superduo, but in the opposite hole like this. Bring your thread through. Measure your length. No way, it's exactly 6 inches. This happens once in a blue moon. I'm going to tie a surgeon's knot, over and under once, over and under twice. Pull that tight. I'm just going to pull the knot to the middle of the bead, so I'm not blocking my hole. Okay, and there it is. See? Now I'm going to take the needle. First of all, we don't need the ruler anymore. Take the needle and go through one of the holes like this. Okay, and we are going to be repeating a pattern. I'm going to pick up 11-0, yellow delica, 11-0, superduo, 11-0, yellow delica, 11-0, superduo, like this. I'm going to do this over and over, so I'm going to fast forward and I'll be back to show you what I have. I'm going to zoom in so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See how I have 11-0, 11-0, delica, 11-0, sea bead? This pattern, you want this pattern. Now you want to pick up an 11-0, delica, and 11-0, because we're going to make a circle and we want this to be a continuous all the way around pattern. So pass through these real quick. You want to have this pattern. Then you're going to want to take the needle and pass back through this superduo, making a circle. Like this. You're going to want to pass back through all of these beads again, because this is for our bezel, and we have some pretty big open areas, so you're going to want this to be strong, so we're reinforcing. Okay, you're just reinforcing this, and then I'm going to keep going until I meet back up with my tail. Like that. Pass through these and back out this superduo. Like this. Okay, pull this tight. Make sure it's tight. Then take the needle and go through this superduo, same bead, opposite hole, like that. Okay, we're going to repeat another pattern again. So we have this. we are going to pick up 2 11s. You know what? I'm just going to take all these over there so I don't have to jump back and forth so many times. We're going to pick up 2 11s, superduo, 2 11s, and we're going to pass through this superduo. Like this. We're going to do this all the way around 8 times. So I'll do it 2 more times with you and then I'll fast forward. Like that. 2 11s, superduo 2 11s, go through there. Hold this between your fingers, pull the thread through. We have that. Do it again. And you're just going to do this all the way around. And when you get back to the beginning, I'll show you what to do next. Alrighty, I am back. This is what I have. I'm going to close this up, pass with the superduo like I have been, but I'm going to step up and go through the 11s and through that superduo. Coming out the superduo, that bottom hole, I need to step up again. So I'm going to go through the top hole, like that. So you can see I turned around right here at this bead. I'm going to flip it over so I can work away from me. I'm going to pick up druks now, so I'm going to move these over so I don't have to go like this on the board. I'm going to pick up a 15-0, an 11-0, a druk, 15, or 11, excuse me, and a 15. So 15, 11, a 6mm, 11, and 15. And I'm going to go through this bead here. Okay? It's very simple. I'll do it a couple times with you guys. Like that. I'm going to do this all the way around. You can do blue here if you wanted to. I'm going to do, again, 15, 11-0, 6mm, 11, and a 15. Out of one superduo into the next. Like that. You're going to do this all the way around 8 times. I'll do it one more time. A 15, 11-0, 6mm, 11-0, that one's huge. 11 and 15. Like this. Through here. I'm going to do this all the way around and I will be back. Okay, I've gone all the way around. I picked up my beads and I'm just going, oh no, 15 came off. I'm just going through this superduo. Just like that. I now have this. This is going to be the back of my pendant. My stone is going to rest on this. So I like working away from me. So I'm going to have my stone sit on this side. So I'm going to pass my tail through the center, out this side. So that's now my back. And I'm going to work this way. I'm going to pick up an 11, a dagger, an 11, 2 yellow delicas, an 11, 2 yellow delicas, an 11, a dagger, and an 11. This is the pattern that I'm going to pick up. And I'm going to do this, I think, 8 times. This is going to sit over top of the druk. So I'm going to hop over all of these beads here that we just added, and I'm going to go through the superduo. This is the wall that's going to hold our stone in place. Okay? So go through, and that's going to sit up there. Now, I'm going to go back, grab that center bead, just pull it up and pull it tight. See how it stands out? So we can easily pass through it later. I'm going to pick this up again. So I will do this 2 more times with you guys, and then I'll let you do it. So again, it's going to be an 11-0, a mini dagger, an 11-0, 2 yellow delicas, an 11-0, 2 yellow delicas. That's what I have so far. An 11-0, a dagger, and 11-0. Like this, and go through the superduo. Make sure you only go through the superduo and not the 15s. Pull this through. The daggers will be pointing outwards. These are automatically doing it, but I'm sure that I will have some later that won't. So I do have to make sure that they go up to the outside before I put my stone in. Like that. Again, I'm going to do it one more time. 11-0, a dagger. 11-0, 2 yellow delicas. 11-0, like this. 2 yellow delicas. 11-0, dagger, 11-0. Like this. You will pick this pattern up every time, and then you're going to skip over these beads and go through the superduo. Okay? I'm going to do this all the way around. I think it's 8 times because it's on top of the druks, the big druks. So, grab that center bead again. Pull it. Pull this and pull your working tail, which is wrapped around my fingers tight, so you get that point. So do this all the way around till you get over here, and I'll show you what to do next. I'm going to fast forward. Alright, I am back. I picked up my last row, and I'm going to go through this dagger right where I started. And the whole time that I've been doing this, I've been making sure to pull that center bronze seed bead out. Okay, and flip my daggers around to the outside. Grab that bead, pull it tight, and we now have this. I came out of the superduo, and I'm going to stitch up the 11-0, the dagger, the 11, the 2 delicas, and through that 11-0 right there. Pass through here. Okay. I'm going to pick up an 11-0, 3 pink, 11-0. This little 15 driving me crazy. Get over there. Like this. And I'm going to go through the next 11 right there, skipping over those beads. We are getting ready to set our stone. Okay, so I just put those on. Now I don't pull it tight because it's just going to get loose again. So I'm going to pick these up, go all the way around. We're repeating this 8 times. There's my beads. 11, 3, pink 11 delicas, and then 11, and then I go through this 11. I'll do this a couple times with you guys, 2 times. Okay, make sure that the daggers are pointing down and they're not standing up. See that? And they're pointing outward, because you will have a hard time if they're pointing inward to get them back out. You'll have to loosen it up and take it apart some. Okay, so make sure that they are all pointing out. Pick up an 11, 2 pink delicas, 11 like this, go through this 11 like that. One more time I'll do it because it looks like a lot, but it's so simple. 11, 3 pink delicas, and an 11 like this. Coming out here, I want to go into the next 11. So see why I took the time and pulled each one of these loops tight and made that 11 stand out there between the 11-ohs, the 11-oh delicas, so it's easy to pass through them, right? Makes a big difference. See? I'm going to go all the way around and I'll fast forward and I'll be back. Okay, I'm already at the close. That went so fast. Right here, coming out here, I'm going to go through the next one. Okay. And I tip this downward. The reason I always do that and pull the thread, because if it stands up, it's going to get caught on everything. So there it is. We're putting the stone in now. Okay. And checking on my daggers. Are they acting right? Looks like it. Okay. And there we go. It all looks good. The only thing is I have to go through this center ring that I just did a second time because it's very loose. So I'm going to go like this. Pull this through. As we go around, it gets tighter and tighter. And I will fast forward. My dogs keep barking. I don't know why. They're just bad. Like that. Okay, and as you go, pull it tight. Don't skip over that bead in the middle. You need to go through there. And firmly grasp it as you pull your thread through, so you don't drop this and your stone break. Alrighty, I have made it all the way around, reinforcing this a second time. You want to make sure you didn't skip over any seed beads. Looks good. Okay, we are now ready to add more beads. So make sure it's tight. Make sure you didn't skip over any seed beads. You know if you would skip over them, because you would see a thread sticking out on top of the bead. It would lay on top of it or beside it, somewhere around the bead. We are now ready to pick up more beads. Coming out of this 11-oh, I'm going to go down through these two 11-oh delicas and through that seed bead. I'm going to go through this dagger. Okay. So it just came down through here. And then I'm going to pick up a 15, my mushroom button bead. I love these beads. They're so darn cute. I want to make flowers out of them, which I have, but I want to play with them more. I want to play in different sizes. This is the first time I've seen them this small. Just like this, go up through this dagger. Okay, and that bead will sit like that, and then I'm going to pick up a bicone and I'm going to go down through this dagger. Just the daggers we are using. Okay, like that, and then a 15, and then my mushroom 15, and then go up through this dagger. This is going to cause the daggers to splay out perfectly. I didn't expect this to do this, I was not intending to get them to sit like this. It just kind of happened. And it looks awesome. They look like leaves to me, so it's pretty neat. Just like that, alternating. So the bicones sit on top, see that? In this yellow V, and the mushroom beads are on the bottom with the 15s. So again, 15, mushroom, 15, up through the dagger, like this. See how they're starting to splay out? So cool. Bicone again, down through the dagger. Okay, my needle's trying to go through that 11-0. I don't want it to. I'm just using the dagger. So I'm going to go back and check, make sure this is going right. So you could see, keep bumping into the camera. Up here, down, up, down, up. We're going to go down again. Here I am on my last bead. It's going to be the bicone. I'm going to go down to the dagger. Just the dagger. Okay. And pull that tight. I'm going to press all of these daggers down. They're already sitting down, but I'm just going to make sure that everything looks good. Okay. I am coming out of the dagger. I'm going to go back through this 15, the mushroom, and the 15. I got through 2. I'm going to go up through this 15. The dagger, let me see. Okay, I'm going up to the 15, the dagger, the 11, 2 yellows, and that 11. I'm repositioning my needle right now so I could pick up the pink 3mm druks. Okay. Pull that tight. I have to sew down through this row right here, the 2 yellow delicas and the 11-0, like this. Wait a second, I think I should go back. I'm gonna go back up this row because I'm realizing that I should skip over this 11. I do this later on, but I thought while I was here I should have just done it. So coming out the 2 yellows, I'm going to skip over the middle 11 and go through these 3. Okay, like that. See? So this shapes really nicely around the bicone. Now I'm going to pick up 1 3mm pink truck, and I'm going to sew up through these right here, like this. These 3 beads, 11-0 and 2 yellow delicas, like that, and see how it sits in place perfectly. And then I'm going to sew back down these 3. Okay. Pink 15. Pink 3 3mm. I was thinking about those, but it was actually that size, which is 15. So that bead there, and then I'm going to sew up, come out the yellow delicas. This bead sits here. Perfect. Look at that. This comes together like a puzzle. I love stuff like this. Erika's really good at making designs where they just come together like a puzzle. It's just so perfectly put together. Like that. 3mm again. So you can see I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to do this all the way around. In between. Right here. Just filling in this gap. You can leave this open if you want to. But I just love how this looks. Okay, you can see the light does come through this hole, the holes there. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Go back down. Again, always skip over that middle one so that this has more of a triangle shape to form around the bicone. Another 3mm, back up through these three. Like that. And then back down through the 3 beads. Okay, I'm going to do this all the way around. I will be back. My last 3mm, again, it's going to go right here. Up through these beads. Look how awesome. Now I'm going to go down again, but this time I'm only going to go through 1 bead. Come on. Use my all. Give it my all so that I can go through. I guess because these delicas are matte, they kind of get stuck on each other and they don't want to shift. Okay, good gosh, man. There, like that. Push those back in. And there we go. Now I'm going to do $1.15 in bronze, 3 turquoise, and $1.15. I'm gonna go through this 11.0 delica and through the next, just the top 2 though, like this. Gosh, man, I'm gonna have to do 2 at a time. That is so tight. I don't know why. I didn't have problems with this before, but go through 1 at a time. Did I say 2 at a time? I'm gonna go through 1 at a time, like that. See how it sits in there? Like a puzzle. And then down through 1. I don't know why, because there's 1 thread going through there. And I think it's just that the beads are matte, and they're like bricks. And they get pressed up against each other, and because they don't have that slippery, they don't have a slippery, shiny surface, right? They're matte, so it makes them get stuck on each other. So there's that. I'm going to do this again. 15 bronze, 3 turquoise, 15 bronze, like this, and go up through this one. And if I can, I'm going to go through the second one I did this the first time, had no issues. But, you know, when you're filming, things are different. It's too stiff, and I don't want to bust a bead. I'll go like this, though. Yeah. So, pull it through and I just push it down. See how it lays completely flat? Perfect. Took a while though to get this to work, you know. It didn't come together right away. I had to take it apart a few times, figure out how I can make it great. Same beads again. And I'm going to try to go through a third time. You know what? This feels smoother. Yeah, that was definitely smoother. Like that. Again, 1 bronze, 3 turquoise, and all of these beads, there's 5 of them, are 15s. Like this, and through these 2. Delicas. I'll do one at a time again. Watch though, when I don't show you how to do this, I'll be able to do too. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if it's because I changed my thread. I was using nano fill. I think that's what it's called. And then I went to fireline. So, just like this. I'm going to do this all the way around. Alright, whoa, I just made it all the way around, and I forgot to show you, but I just picked up my last beads, went to that one delica, and there we go. We are now done with the top. It's beautiful. Now that the top is done, I have to weave down to the bottom, and I have to find, or go on a previous thread path, is what I'm trying to say, and come out the bottom so I can add more beads, and I have to add my bails. But first I have to make a really nice base around the edges of this so I can add my bails. I'm gonna go down through these delicas here and through the 11-0. Like that. Okay, through my dagger, and then if you remember, when we picked these daggers up, we picked up 11-0 seed beads with them. So right below the dagger, you see that? Went through those 2 delicas, that 11-0, down the dagger. There's an 11-0 dagger that's directly below the dagger. We picked that up when we added the outside walls. So I'm going to go through here. Okay, and then I'm going to go through the superduo right there. I gotta be careful. Let's see, can I push this out of the way? It's kind of tight. I'm going through at an angle, but that druk's in my way. There we go. I'm gonna get pliers. Slowly pull this through. Okay. Like this. Now I have to go through a 15 and through an 11-0. I'll use these again. We are now here. We're going to work on the back. I'm going to pick up 6. Oh, my needle is twisted really bad. I need it to be bent, kind of like a banana, but not bent here and bent there, because that makes it like impossible to pick beads up. Pick up 6. Delicas like this. I'm doing the green ones. I'm gonna go through this 11-0. You have to go down. You can see how the bead is sitting, so you have to go through it at an angle. And then I'm just gonna wiggle those a little bit, let them sit like that. It looks like there's spaces there, and we could use a 7th bead, but I tried it and they buckle too much. You want it to lay just like that, and we're gonna put more beads in here, and it's gonna be perfect. Okay, and then pick up a 15 in turquoise, and then a 11-0 and a 15 like this, and go through this 11. Like that. I'm gonna do this all the way around, so every time we're beside a druk, I'm going to pick up 6 delicas in the green, go down through the 11 only, don't use the 15s there. Okay, let those sit like that. And then turquoise 15, 11-0, turquoise 15. Through the next 11. I'm not used to working towards me. I don't like it at all, so I feel like I'm holding this weird. And then the bead's angled that way, so it's just kind of a weird position. Like this. See? Repeat these 2 steps over and over. I'll do it a couple more times just to make sure you got it. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. How many I got? Okay. Go down here through the 11-0 that's right beside the druk on this side. Okay, like that, and then 11 or 15 bronze, 15 turquoise. I'm screwing this one up, and then it is 15 in the turquoise, 11-0, 15 turquoise. Go through here. Maybe I should hold it like this. Six of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down. Like this. See how tidy it looks? We're gonna do this all the way around. Right, here I am on the back. I'm putting in my last beads right here. And that's what we have. Look how tidy it looks. Everything's very clean and tidy. I tried doing this back several different ways and it was so messy. I couldn't get it to lay flat. It's perfectly flat. It wants to lay flat. See on the back? This here was like a ruffle. It was all like coming up and stuff. I had a hard time getting it like this. Now I'm going to pick up a, wait a second, let's reposition. Yeah, I do. I'm going to pass through. So I'm coming out here, pass through these delicas, pass through the next one. So we'll pass through two more. Oops. So I have this. So I came out here and I passed through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 delicas. So see, I have one green left right there. Now I'm going to pick up a 15, 2 pink delicas and go through this 11-0. Just the 11. So it looks like this. Picking up 2 11s because we're coming out of that 2 11 delicas of 15 like this and go through not the first green one but the second green one and go through 4 like that. So you have this. We're going to repeat this all the way around on top of all the turquoise beads. So I'll do it a few more times with you and then I'll fast forward. Okay, so I did a 15, 2 11s in the pink through there. 2 again. My needle is so twisted. Like this. Skip the first green, go to the second green, and pass through 4 of them. So you should have 1 on this side and 1 on this side that you're not going through. Okay. Again, 15, 2 pink. Through here. Again. Skip over the first green, go to the second one, pass through 4. Like this. 15 bronze, 2 pink, through here. Two pink, 1 15 bronze, through the second green delica and pass through 4 in total. I will do this all the way around and I will be back. Two pink, 1 15, and through my 4 just like this. I'm going to take the needle now and pass through this bronze and through 1 of the pink delicas. Looks great. It's very heavy now, by the way. I'm going to pick up a 15 and a 3mm and a 15, and I'm going to pass through this 11-0, the 15, go through 4 greens, through the 15, and through that 11-0 right there. Okay, just like that. I'm going to repeat this all the way around, and this kind of goes quickly because we're going through so many at one time. Like this, and go through like this. Pull it tight. Again. Like this. So see, I'm coming out of this pink, skipping over those 3 beads, pink, 11 pink, and going through that pink. Okay, I think I'm going to have my bail here and here, so I'm going to keep going. $15, 3mm 15. Okay, so again, 15, 3mm 15. Like this. Go through these again. Oh. Oh, thought I lost my beads. Like this. Pull that tight. Okay, so bail here, bail there. Yeah. Alright. Pick up a 15, 3mm, slide that down. Pick up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 O's. We're going to do bail just like we did in the other 2 designs, but we're going to be using a 3mm to do it. So I'm going to go through this 3mm and through one of the 11 O's. Like that. Slide this down. Like that. Slide all of those beads down. Okay. Pick up a 15. Go in between these 2 11s. So I went in between those 2 11s. And then I have to pick that up so I can pass through it. 15 through the next 11. See? Hold it between your fingers. You don't want it to get loose. Again. Okay, but holding it again. See, like that. Another 15. And through that 11. And then through this 3mm. Like that, and there's my veil. Pick up an 11, not 11, a 15. I know that I have misspoken many times. But I gotta tell you, this is my 3rd video today, and I even filmed one yesterday, so I'm kind of tired. Right there. Yes. Again, this one here is just gonna have this bead, right? That one hopped on. Like that. 2 15s, 1 3mm, go through these here. Like this. Okay, I gotta get this tail out of the way. Like this. I'm gonna make this bail again over here. So 15 3mm, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide that down. Go through this. Something seems screwy. Holding it the wrong way. Go through this 3mm and through the 11-0. Try to keep these close to the project as you pull this tight. Okay, like that. Make sure it's tight. Pick up a 15. Go through this 11. Like this. Again, pull it tight. 15 again. Through the next 11. I try to do it gently so I don't jerk it and make the loop get loose. Like that. Okay. There's going to be one more here. 15. I go through this 11. And then I go through this 3mm. Ow. Like that. Pull it tight. Slide those beads down. Okay, pick up 15 and go through these beads here. Go through as many as you can at one time. So see, I just shot right straight through all of those. Now what I have to do is reinforce this whole outer edge. We're going to make new thread paths. I'm going to go around this whole outer edge, going through all of those beads on the very outer edge. I'm not skipping any. I'm going to come out this 15, go up through these, and back down through this 15. I'm going to skip over this bead. So I have 2 thread paths here going into this bead and here. And then I'm going to have a thread path here and here. Okay, very important. And see how there's gaps here? So when I go to add this new thread path, these gaps are going to disappear and this is going to pull into our work. So I'm going to fast forward me going around this entire outer edge, and I will come back and show you what I'm talking about. I'm now over here. Just came out that pink delica. I have this 15 to go through. So going through that 15. And then I'm going to sew up these beads here. And I'm going to go through all of them. Okay. So straight up through the side wall. I'm going through the 11s and the 15s. All the beads in this ring here. Whoa! Almost poked myself. Down through this 11. So you can see new thread path right here. See? That. Down through this 15. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this tight. See that? Go through here. I still have a space there because I didn't pass through these. I'm going to go through these beads. Okay, I'm trying to get this right here. Pull that tight. See how this just pulled down? It just like sucked down into, see how this one's sticking out? See, you can see the gaps on the side. This one is now merged into this. Okay, that's perfect. This tail is a pain in my rump. I'm gonna go through these beads, so I'm continuing reinforcing and making my way to the other veil. Going through like this. Don't go through the 3mm. Okay, through that 15 like that. Then sew around here. I'm thinking this one's going to be a lot easier to tie off compared to the other ones because this one's not tight on the back. It's not sunken in, so it should be easier. Okay, coming back down through this 11. And then through these beads, through the 15. I'm going through a delica and a 15, like this. Now pull this tight. Again, that just pulled down. It's closer to this here. And I'm now ready to tie knots. Okay. Looks good. So I can tie knots in between the delicas if I want. I think what I'm gonna do is go through all the green, come out with the bronze, oh boy, one more right here. And it's such a straight row that it doesn't want to come out. Well, I want it to. There we go. I want to come out this bronze. Okay. And I think I'm going to tie knots in front of the pink delica. Let's see what happens. Go through the pink delica and through the 15 and tie it out in front of the 3mm, the turquoise bead. If this is too tight, then I'll just tie knots in front of the 3mm, but it looks like it's good. Through here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Knots are hidden. So I'm gonna keep going. Oh my gosh, I have 3 minutes left on my memory card. And I just looked up in time. I'm gonna keep going, tie knots going around as far as I can with what thread I have left, and then I'm going to take my needle off and put it onto this thread. And I think I'm gonna tie knots either in this ring in the center. If I can't, if it's too tight, I'll go through a superduo and I'll go into the next row, see what that's like. See, the whole thing is I just follow my previous thread path and I can go through there. I'll probably tie knots here. That's probably the best place. Yeah. So I just follow my thread paths, try not to make any where there aren't any because it could warp the design. Sometimes you can make some where there aren't any. But anyways, I have 2 minutes left on my memory card, so I have to finish this off. So this is it. Keep going, tie as many knots as you can, and you'll be all done. I have to finish tying all of these components off, and then I can connect them together, like I said, with either thick chain links or jump rings, put a chain on the back, and it will be all done. And oh my gosh, I have so much editing to do. I have 4 videos to edit right now, and I think I have maybe 6 or 7 hours of footage. It's gonna take a long time. Anyways, I wanted to let you guys know that YouTube now has a feature below videos. So here's one of my YouTube videos, and right here, see these? Slide this over and you'll see this right here. Click on the thanks, and this is a super thanks. And if you guys really enjoy my videos and you would like to support me, because I have been having people say that they would like to do something for me in return for all the work that I do, right here is how you can do it. You can donate money to me however much you want and pay and send the money right there. And I think this is pretty cool because I am needing a new video camera. I started YouTube in 2011 and it has now been, because it's Halloween, 11 years that I've been doing YouTube, and I've been using the same camera all this time. So if you would like to support me, I would really appreciate it. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 3 videos. I had so much fun designing these, and I think all of them are really unique and different compared to things that I've made in the past. So I'm always loving creating new things for you guys. So this is it. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.